go ahead and start that record again, because it stopped working halfway through. Boom! I'm dead too? No, one's alive. Whoa! These would be pretty cool to have. To find something like that would be just like finding gold. An old Jeep. Why'd you hit me with that scary ass cord, dude? That's not cool. You can't do that kind of stuff to me, man. That's illegal. What's in here? Is there nothing in here? How long has this been abandoned? Where did everyone go? I'm telling you, dude, World War II era. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting. Some mad World War II era. Probably the project was abandoned. I wouldn't expect anybody to really die in these. I expect more abandonment than anything else. Or maybe that's just me being hopeful. Is there anything going on back here? Ooh, this place looks pretty neat, actually. Dude, I am so good at taking those things down. Freaking fight me, dog. Ooh. And what might you be? What the hell is that? Needs a Merida packs to restore small amount. Interesting. I think I actually ended up going the right way at some point. I don't know when, but I definitely ended up going the right way.
While I appreciate being brought in to study the valley, I wish the military's presence here wasn't so domineering.
It's the military.
I can't say these giant structures add much to the view.
Not much. The United States military, I'm assuming.
Study and conservation. I'm doing my best to steer the army away from the ruins, but the only thing that seems to concern them is their project. Gathering up as many strange orbs as possibly can.
Oh, this fucking ring. That one was like extra pissed. That looks like a rocket silo. Ooh. That got scary. Boom. Right into a loading screen. Let's go, boy. That was actually kind of cool. Not even gonna lie, I feel kind of good about that one. Okay. I'm not ready. It looks like it's gonna be kind of spooky in here. Not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. No. What does it take to be creepy? I don't do good with horror games. I would like to play them, but when it comes to actually playing them versus me watching them or watching scary movies, I do way better at watching scary movies. Note from a guard. I'd give anything to be a Pathfinder, but there's no way I'd ever be eligible unless I suddenly lost 60 pounds. That'll never happen. Too bad. I bet you I could pick up a lot of girls in those things. Fucking hell. Andrew Fisher.
September 17th, 1942. My name Project Pendulum. Pendulum is the research and development project directed by the Army Corps of Engineers to produce a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, I knew it
to
was
bring
gonna
an
be a
end to the
WND.
war through the unconditional surrender of our enemies. In response to
My
the
mom is in the
methods of
background.
Manhattan
Well, there you go.
Project,
You get to hear my
headed by
mom in the background.
cohort, Robert Oppenheimer, Pendulum has been founded under the utmost secrecy. Funds,
Oppenheimer?
pride, and soldiers' lives are all on the line in a race to win the war. Thus,
Who the hell
lies
is? Did
the
that just say
name
Oppenheimer?
Pendulum.
Oh man, I didn't listen because I was freaking getting upset. Oh. Ow. Why you gotta do me like that? Look at that. Full energy. Oh, I missed. I don't know what that did, but it did something. Fucking Oppenheimer was the man that created the nuke for the Manhattan Project. Both him and, fuck, I can't remember the other dude. Fun fact, he,
As a precaution,
he's a very odd man, apparently, from what I had actually heard about.
Pendulum's
Oh, fuck.
location and purpose is unknown to the outside world. Taking a cue from the Manhattan Project, only a
Yep,
small
Manhattan
few
Project.
Pendulum's purpose, operating under the guise of an alternative energy project. As it came to light that Manhattan had been plagued with espionage, it was agreed upon to shroud Pendulum within the government.
Espionage?
All those who knew of Pendulum's true intent are here. Though admittedly extreme, we can ensure an ironclad umbrella of secrecy. Information can only come in, and none go out. As far as
Whew.
anyone outside this valley knows, Pendulum does not exist. This valley
Does not exist. I guess that comes to show you that nobody ever got to see this kind of stuff, which is kind of depressing because this stuff is pretty freaking cool. Now what? Imagine being able to soar and fly like this. Ooh, I didn't even know this was up here. That was by complete accident, actually. Dope. Wish I could slide. I feel like that'd be pretty cool to be able to freaking power slide. Looks like robots for a minute. I was like, whoa, we're going into a completely different setup now. Pendulum. Pendulum. It's pendulum. No, ma'am. I do not believe in that. That right there, my friends, gives me anxiety. Private Riley, I've been ordered to patrol the Soma facility again today. I've circled through the same 30 room. No, I've circled through the same rooms 30 times since noon. At least I get to smile at the cute scientist in the pressure chambers each time. She hasn't smiled back at me yet. I hope she doesn't find me creepy. It's odd to think about what exactly a life is once you've experienced quantum death. What exactly are the ingredients that make up my life? My ingredients aren't really any different than anybody else's. Carbon, calcium, hydrogen, etc. held together with some energy. So what exactly makes me me? I guess if anything, it's just a pattern. One that forms out of the chaotic blender of matter in the universe. Like a whirlpool out of the water. And when I die, the pattern that that pattern simply dissipates back into the cosmos. Are we all the same universe simply expressing itself? Yo, dog, you can't hit me with that kind of shit. That's not allowed. too deep. Lol. And lol. And even bigger lol. Oh, I see a bunch of notes. You can skip past this if you want to. Ralph, I saw you take a sip of my coffee this morning, and it wasn't the first time either. You know how scarce coffee is getting around here. Please stop sipping my coffee. Hello. I'm getting real sick of your attitude, Ralph. I saw you sneak into my office and steal some pencils again. I'm running low and really need them for my work. The next supply drop isn't until the spring. Stop stealing my pencils. Please and thank you. Because you're both from Frederick. Yeah. That no good Simmons is sucking up to Fisher again. He's always first to volunteer for assignments, which is no surprise as Fisher can hardly enter a room without him following. He's not even all that smart, just great at agreeing with everything Fisher has to say. Is that how you get ahead these days? Yeah, I guess 40 years later, it didn't really change much. Wow, she's a pretty girl. These energy orbs growing here are the keys to the valley. Pendulum completely depends on the vast magnitude of energy these orbs contain in them. Regardless of where they came from, they are the key to ending the war. Through Pendulum, we can harness this so-called Amrita energy of the orbs and release it however we see fit. Oppenheimer's atomic bomb will pale in comparison to what we can produce here. I hope not. Oppenheimer's atomic bomb was the greatest thing that was ever created during its time, but also showed the world what could happen when minds put their brains together to make a weapon of mass destruction. Scared a lot of people. Note from a psychologist. Several guards on night duty watch have reported large creature sightings. Some of them are a little shaken up by it. It might just be being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere for so long it's finally getting to them. Either way, we'll need a full annual psychological assessment. We'll need full annual psychological assessments for all personnel in the near future. Charlotte Smith, Psychological Operations. Please report any suspicious activity to an officer immediately. Any hesitation could place the entire operation in jeopardy. Are there any more notes? There's one right there. Area 634 isolation policy is currently in effect. All vehicles and personnel entering the site can no longer leave until the project completion. The rail tunnel and airport will remain closed until that time. All communication is full lockdown. Thomas Wilson, head of Pendulum Transportation. Researcher and thermal diffuser are very unstable and must be located both far apart and underground to ensure any accidental explosions are contained. Large vents are needed to circulate. I need to make sure my time is good. All right. Large vents are needed to circulate cool air deep into the mountain. Conveniently, one of these mountains already had ancient tunnels leading deep into the heart of the mountain. This site was chosen for the thermal diffuser and weapon site. The two sites are connected via underground rail to transport materials. I think I read this one. Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many. A large-scale extinction event occurred in North America near the end of the Pleistocene period? Interesting. The epicenter of the extinction seems to stem from this valley's location. Could Area 634 have anything to do with it? Is it the Mesopotamian bullshit? All personnel are expected to work for longer hours during the ramp-up in production. If you believe you are unable to perform your duties as expected, please report to a supervisor immediately. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've read all of them now. Which, wow, that was a lot of papers to read. You thought you could escape me? Please refrain from wasting office supplies unnecessarily. Stock is running low. Please exhaust all office supplies to their full extent. Okay. They told us